Hello everyone, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome to my channel. I've got some secret news today. Shh. If you're a Publix grocery store shopper, you're going to want to know this. And you may already, but I find the more and more people I mention it to, they're not aware of the Publix Promise. So here's what it means. I'll read it to you. The Publix Promise. If during the checkout, the scanned price of an item, excluding alcohol and tobacco products, exceeds the shelf price or the advertised price, we will give you one of that item for free. So that sign is actually posted at Publix, right when you get your buggy or your cart, whatever you call your little shopping cart. It's posted on the wall. Publix is very proud of that. Obviously, it's their Publix Promise. Publix is known as their slogan is where shopping is a pleasure. And apparently that Publix Promise came about when they were trying to, many years ago, honor what that motto meant as far as being a pleasant place to shop. So what the Publix Promise does, let's say that you're grocery shopping and you're just going in for a few things and one of them wasn't coffee, but you're going down the coffee aisle and you see a sign that the coffee you usually buy is on sale for $8. And it's usually like $12.99. So you don't really need it, but better to replenish it at $8 when it's on sale. So you put it in your cart. When you're checking out, if it doesn't scan for $8, by mistake it scans for the higher price, you get that item free. Free. But here's what you need to know is that a lot of the employees that work at Publix, they are not even aware of this. It sounds crazy, but I've been a Publix shopper for, 15 years, and I run into this a lot. So here's how it usually happens. I'm watching as they're ringing things up, and all of a sudden they'll ring that coffee up and it'll show as $12.99. So I very nicely, quietly, without causing a scene, just say to the person, oh, that was on sale. There was a sign for $8. So lots of times what the employee will do is say, oh, okay. And they'll go into the system and change it to $8. But then I have to say, no, the Publix Promise, don't I get it for free? Of course, they look at me like I'm crazy, and you all already know I'm crazy, but they look at me like I'm crazy, and then I say, yeah, the Publix Promise. And so they call their supervisor over, and the supervisor comes over, and she says to me, yes, ma'am, you're absolutely right. And the employee is kind of like, what? I didn't know that. So then what the supervisor does is she, on the computer, changes the amount of the item to $0, free, and I get it for free. Now, let's say that I put 3 of those in my cart. The coffee, that's usually $12.99, but today I saw the sign, it was $8. The way the Publix Promise works is you only get one of the items free, but you would still get the other 2 items at whatever the sale price was showing. So even though their computer wasn't showing it as sale for $8, they would sell it to you and change it in the computer to those 2 at $8, and the first one would be free. Does not work for alcohol or cigarettes, but works for a whole lot of other things, and I'll let you know when I get to the end of this, some of the things. One item, my biggest prize I ever got was a $22 item. Do you have any idea what that was? Anyway, the other thing about Publix where shopping is a pleasure is when they have their buy one, get one free, also known as the BOGO. So Publix is in many different states in the South, and I've shopped in different states because I've moved and lived in different areas. But I've noticed that sometimes, let's say I only want to buy one and it's laundry detergent, and there's a sign that says $14, buy one, get one free. Well, I would think I could just buy one and I only have to pay $7. But in some states, because apparently it's a state regulated law, you can't just buy one. You would have to buy two of the laundry detergent for $14. Therefore, you would be paying essentially $7 for each one. But in some states, in fact, in Alabama and in Georgia, if it says buy one, get one free, and you only want to buy one, let's say it's that laundry detergent that says buy one, get one free, $14, but you only need one. You just buy one and you only will be charged $7. So I know, I think it's crazy, and I had to check with a couple of managers at different Publix, and a couple of them had no idea. So being the investigative reporter that I am, I had to call the Publix corporate office, and that's what they told me. I don't know if it's the truth, but that's what I have found. So you just might want to check first. If you're not a regular Publix shopper, just ask customer service when you go in, if it's about a buy one, get one free, can I just buy one and get it for half price? So that changes from state to state. Who knew? Now here's, though, the real key to making this work, because the Publix Promise and the buy one, get one free and charging you the wrong price, none of that will matter if you don't notice it. So here's what my little tip is whenever I shop at Publix, actually anywhere I grocery shop. When I'm unloading my cart, and lots of times I'm in a line behind someone, so it doesn't matter because that person is being checked out and they're not going to start working on my order for a while. But if in fact the employee is ready to start checking me out as soon as I start unloading my cart, I always say, oh, could you wait until I have everything unloaded? And she or he will sometimes give me that look like, you're a crazy lady. But anyway, they wait. I get everything unloaded onto the belt. Then I move up to the area where I can see the screen, and then they start scanning. So that's when they're not going to notice it. But if all of a sudden the coffee goes through and it says $12, that's when you have to say, oh, nice lady, it's really, there was a sign there and it said $8. So unless you say something, nothing will change. But it is kind of fun to get things for free. But that's why I love shopping at Publix, because it really is a pleasure to shop there. And I will let you know this before I tell you all the things I've gotten for free. Yesterday, when I was at Publix, I had a customer that was just leaving the store. I went up and said, would you mind taking some photos of me? Because I wanted to have them of me by the Publix sign for my YouTube video. So this woman, who was probably my age and had her cart full, she had just checked out. Sure, she took some photos for me. And she asked me why I was taking them. When I started telling her about the Publix Promise, guess what? She had no idea. And she said to me, you know what? I just checked out. She had a whole cart full of groceries. She was leaving the store. She said, I just checked out, and two of the items that were on sale, they rang up at the wrong price. But when I told the employee, she just said, oh, okay, sorry. And she changed it back to the sale price that I told her it was. Of course, I had to say, no. The Publix Promise, you would get it free. This lady was like dumbfounded. Couldn't believe it. Told me she'd shopped at Publix for years. So she went up to the customer service. I went in to grab whatever the few groceries I was getting. And as I was leaving the store in the parking lot, I saw her. She was cheering me. She was unloading her groceries and calling out to me saying, I just got 2 items free. Thank you. I never knew that. So the Publix Promise. And there's a lot of people that think that Publix is an expensive grocery store. It's sometimes it is. Most times it's the same price or many times less than for me, Kroger, or buying groceries at Walmart. And again, remember, Publix is where shopping is a pleasure. So, all right, I told you that I'd share with you some of the things I've gotten. So, the $22 item that I got free was a roast, a beef roast. And what had happened is that, whatever, I went in that day because I saw in the weekly ad that roast, that type of beef, was on sale for so much a pound. So I decided to go in and buy a, I don't know, 3-pound roast or whatever it was. But when I was checking out and I looked at the per pound, I said to the lady at the checkout, oh, I think this is wrong because it's showing that it's whatever it was, $8.99 a pound, but the ad showed that it's at. Anyway, so she calls the meat market man, and yes, he confirms that I am correct, that they are so sorry they made, the computers were wrong. So I got the roast free. So $22. Another time I got, I went in to get some allergy medicine, Zyrtec, I think it was, which I rarely buy the name brand, but this day when I was in there, I noticed a sign on the shelf showing that the Zyrtec brand was on sale. I think it was usually like $24 and it was on sale for $17. So instead of buying the store brand, I bought the Zyrtec. And you guessed it, when I got to the counter, it scanned wrong. So I got it free, $17. A couple other things I've gotten once was a box of, I purchase RX protein bars a lot. Usually I get them at Walmart because Walmart or Costco usually has a lower price than Publix. But Publix had a BOGO, buy one, get one. And you guessed it, when I checked out, it didn't come up that way. And then, of course, I got one for free. And those are usually like, I don't know, $8.99. So I got it for free. So I encourage you to shop at Publix because I love Publix. Shopping is a pleasure. I always am on my best behavior. I don't try to like catch them, but I do watch because it makes a big difference. Groceries are expensive. And I love that they have that promise. And so I know I keep all my promises, so I hold them to it. So leave me a comment. I'm very curious to know if, number one, did you even know about the Publix Promise? And number two, what are some things that you have gotten free because of the Publix Promise? Thank you so much for watching my Publix Promise video. If you got any value in this, it would mean so much to me if you would like it and give it a thumbs up. And it would mean really a lot to me if you subscribe to my channel. Who knows what my next secret will be that will save you money, like the Publix Promise. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Hang in there and know that I care about you.